Check futures, please. Dow up 400 after a 900-point drop yesterday. Nasdaq up 225. That would be 1.26%. David Nicholas joining me now. I want to start with Tesla. They report after the bell. You want to hear that Musk will be ending his Doge work and going back to managing his companies. Is that what you want to hear?
Stuart, that's exactly what I want to hear, and mainly just because of the performance. If you just look at the Q1 deliveries for Tesla, 336,000 deliveries for Tesla. That's down 13% year over year. Production's down 16%. This is the worst quarter for Tesla since Q2 of 2022. So I'm a fan of Tesla, but the work at Doge, the market views that as a distraction. I want to hear on this call, what is Elon Musk's plan to either leave Doge? I love the work they're doing, but to refocus efforts at Tesla, that's what the stock needs, Stuart.
Okay. Do you want to see the president battle with the Federal Reserve chair? Is that what investors want?
No, I don't want to see that. Obviously, the market doesn't want to see that as well. But it is insane to me that the Federal Reserve has not lowered rates yet. So, I mean, Stuart, if you just look at CPI was down 0.1% month over month. Year over year, CPI is at 2.4%, which is the exact same place that inflation was at in September when the Federal Reserve lowered rates. Why aren't they lowering rates? I get the president's frustration. We don't want to see the president fire the Fed chief, but the market is ready for the lower rates. I think the Federal Reserve needs to do that to maintain their credibility.
What the market needs, this is my opinion, is the announcement of a major trade deal with one of our major trading partners. If we got that and we knew the details of that deal, you think the market would rally strong?
Yes, sir. I think you're spot on. We don't have a deal yet. We have rumors of deals, but that is what the market needs. This isn't the market I want, right? I don't want this volatility. This is the market that we have. The market is looking for a framework. And I hope we get that, whether with India, maybe with Europe, that other countries can say, okay, here's the framework. So here's what we need to do to make a deal. We got to start seeing these deals fall, Stuart. If not, no question the market retouches the lows that we saw. So we got to get a deal pretty quick.
What are you telling your investors to do? You manage money. What are you telling them to do? Hang in there, stay put, stay calm?
You know, a lot of investors are hopeful because who's in the White House? If the market was doing this and President Biden was in office, I think you'd see a lot more people worrying. So there's still trust in President Trump. There's still trust that this is going to work out. So that's causing investors to hold on. But everyone has a price, Stuart. And the market being down 20%, you start to get uncomfortable. We see markets up 30 or 40% down. If this trade deal doesn't happen, you're going to get investors that are very nervous. But I'm telling my clients, hold on. Let's give this thing 6 months. And I think markets ultimately head higher. So you don't want to be out of this market.
I know what you mean. I keep saying this, but my greatest fear is that stocks are down and they stay down for the rest of this year and maybe into next year as well. You've got 30 seconds to tell me I'm wrong. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, here's the positive thing. If you look at unemployment, we still have low unemployment. We still have growth. And so we have the big tech company earnings coming over the next couple of weeks. If earnings come in okay, Stuart, look, we've already had notice of tariffs for a while now. If these earnings come in okay over the next few weeks, we don't need great earnings. We just need to show that companies aren't going backwards. I think this market stays steady, and ultimately we head higher 6 months from now.
We shall see. Thanks for joining us this morning. Always appreciate it, David. And we'll see you again real soon.
Thank you, sir.